good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from. So today we are starting with lecture 1 on set books study guide notes on Betrayal in the City, the question joke circle, and the river between. So we're starting with the Betrayal in the City, written by Francis Imbuga. So the author is Francis Imbuga, that is Betrayal in the City, the first book we're looking at in our study. This is lecture 1. So welcome again. I'm Nelson Otieno and I am a English and literature teacher. I'll be taking you through this class. So Francis Imbuga, his full name is Francis, or was, because he's late. So he was Francis David Imbuga. He was born in 1947 in November 2013 and was one of the greatest literary giants. For 3 decades, he taught at Kenyatta University, where he was the Director of Quality Assurance, Chairman of the Department of Literature, and the Dean of the Faculty of Arts. Francis Imbuga studied at Alliance High School in the 1960s, where he wrote and acted a play, which won the National Beats Actors Award. Professor Imbuga published several plays, including Betrayal in the City in 1976. He also wrote The Successor in 1979, Man of Kafira in 1984, Aminata in 1988, and The Return of Mgofu in 2011. He has also authored 2 novels, Shrine of Tears in 1993 and also Miracle of Ramera in 2005. In his works, he addresses the problems of independent and post-colonial African states, family relations, traditions, religion, change, among other issues affecting our society today. So Imbuga passed on in the year 2013. May his soul rest in peace. So as we start with the analysis, we go straight to the analysis of the play. So the title, Betrayal in the City, fits the event of the play, as this is what the people of Kafira have to live with daily. Betrayal in the City reflects the political, cultural, and personal betrayal witnessed in the fictitious state of Kafira. So Boss, the head of state, works alongside other strong cronies and sycophants like Mulili, Tumbo, Kabito, and Nicodemo to let down their citizens through abuse of power, negligence of duty, senseless killings, and inefficiency to create a nation of hopelessness, corruption, and disregard to the local citizens, hence betrayal in the nation of Kafira. So as we continue, the government is run by scandalous and corrupt leaders, and under whose leadership the hopes of independence for the people of Kafira are dashed. Betrayal in the City is characterized by all sorts of ills in the society. Namely, we have murder, it's happening in Kafira, we have misrule, tribalism, nepotism, corruption, high-handedness, inefficiency, incompetence, and a general atmosphere of rebellion and defiance. As the title suggests, Betrayal in the City breeds suspicion and intolerance, and this creates a highly unstable environment for decent and safe living. One cannot safely determine who to trust with the information, hence the general feeling of betrayal among the people in the city. So that is the relevance of the title. We go to the setting. Betrayal in the City was first published in 1976 at a time when African states had attained their independence and were undergoing serious problems and adjusting to self-rule. The play is set in the fictional country of Kafira, ruled by Boss, who surrounds himself with kinsmen like Mulili and the sharing the pie government officials Tumbo, Kabito, and Nicodemo. Betrayal in the City is a perfect example of many failed states in the third world and especially in Africa. Go to the synopsis of the play. Betrayal in the City is a political play. The writer examines the problems of independence and freedom in post-colonial states in Africa. The play talks about military regimes that were common on the African continent after independence. Many of such regimes were later overthrown by coup d'etats. Francis Mbuga's major concern is betrayal at two levels, both at personal and government level. Betrayal in the city shows a decay in morals, greed for power. Doga and Nina lament as they mourn their dead son, Adika, and wishes to perform a ritual for their dead son. This effort is hampered by express directions from the government brought by Mulili and Jere, claiming that the ritual should not go on in the interest of peace. But Doga and Nina are adamant their only remaining son, Jasper, is imprisoned. This shows this shows us that this is what's happening in Gafira. The corrupt, unjust, and in oppression of the people. Critics of the government are not tolerated. Jerry and Moses are henceforth put into prison over false charges. They both suffer the pain of the government's betrayal. The government officials also make use of any opportunity to make money through unfair means. Tumbo, for instance, declares Jasper the winner of the playwriting competition and awards him the writer's prize money. One third of the £600 to finance the play writing competition is given to Jasper and his girlfriend Regina, and the remaining two-thirds to put records straight, emphasizing that everything is being done in strict confidence. Despite all this, Jasper vows to revenge someday, even if it means going it alone, since he knows that a university student is not a very welcome person in Kafira and is looked at as a nuisance. Government officials first think of state. What first preoccupies their mind is how much they are going to gain. Being a relative to boss gives Mulili a chance to despise his colleagues in service. Mulili falsely accuses Capito, knowing that boss will believe what he says since he has been made to be his eyes and ears on the ground, as he put it. He is also favored by boss in many ways. The similitude to Mulili sometimes completely misunderstands and distorts what is said to him, and yet threatens to act basing on the strength of that understanding. Boss trust on those who advise him, especially Mulili, makes him give out unbearable directives to silence those presumably against his government, including the simple old couple who were innocent. Boss also tries to take advantage. Boss also tries to take advantage of Regina forcefully. Such scandals speak unfavorably of the head of state. Nicodemo and Tubo discuss the state of affairs and how people are being killed. We have no choice, he says. Like colleagues, animals, we move, but only inside the cage. It has become like caged animals. We move, but only inside the cage. It has become infectious, the desire to eliminate others. This clearly implies that there are serious consequences of criticizing the government's plans. The play within the play, Betrayal in the City, brings about the desired change that everybody has been waiting for. The rehearsal for the play intended to entertain the visiting head of state becomes a real confrontation, arrived at effortlessly by Jasper, Moses, and Jared, taking everyone by surprise. So that is the first class, or the first lecture on the play Betrayal the City by Francis Imbuga. So in our next class, we're going to look at the act summaries of the play Betrayal in the City. See you then. Thank you. Bye for now.